been quite a long time since I've been to Zakopane, so this time we'll be going as a part of couchsurfing. It will be more than Zakopane, so in plan we have Morskie Oko Lake, Gęsia Szyja. I hope my equipment will be fine within the weekend. If you're interested, just keep watching and you will see enchanting views on Tatry. Sometimes the horse cars are riding on the road. People recommend to keep a safe distance. I must confess that mountain views are so enchanting, and I feel connection with the nature just by staring at them. And I'm taking photos to understand the mountain views, mountain nature better. Because of my camera's characteristics, I can't take photo with the frame size of 35mm. Instead, I'm shooting it to 18mm. Without sun protection hood. So here's the avalanche area, which means that snow may fall from the peaks of mountains. So there should be no loud noises, I guess. Here's the dark side of the landscape. Those trees that block the sun view. However, there is a solution. Record it with the brightness on your phone. Sometimes there is snow on the branches and it falls, so better be careful here not to let the snow fall on your head. Guys, don't do that. Don't repeat my mistake. Yeah. This is how snow on the tree looks like from the middle of the road. I'm standing in the middle of the road. It's visible here. Oh, there's also something. So that's why I would not go on the edge of the road, because it doesn't sound good to me.
One of the challenges on the way to the lake was its slippery parts. Luckily, I found a way to overcome it by sticking to the wooden fence for balance.
The problem is that I did not take crampons. Okay, here. Luckily, I managed that despite it. I can sniff the food smell. Maybe it's time for a break.
It was a good moment for a midway lunch break. We came across a small restaurant called, from Polish, the Hiking Pavilion. As I wasn't much hungry, French fries with mulled wine, which cost 26 zlotys, were enough for me. The only drawback was that mulled wine was more bitter than usual. The avalanche bulletin displayed information about different mountain levels. Ours was number 1.
Oh, here it is. The winter entertainment. I almost fell, but done.
And here we are at the Morskie Oko Lake. In front of the Morskie Oko Lake, there is a restaurant with a souvenir shop. As a memento of visiting the Morskie Oko, I bought a magnet for 10 zlotys. Going down the slippery steep stairs, I stepped onto the icy surface of the lake. Tourists were taking photos standing on it, being circled by astonishing views on mountains.
Logically speaking, the surface of the lake is icy, so it's time for some winter entertainment. Woohoo!
On the contrast, going upstairs turned out to be more challenging than going downstairs. Now it was time to go back. We wanted to go back on foot, but we also needed to get back as soon as possible. So we took a horse cart for 25 zlotys per person. Because our small group came earlier than the rest, we took a minibus to reach our hotel in time. After our short break, we went to Zakopane by taxi.
Okay, so we are now in center of Zakopane. We are having short time here, maybe going to restaurant. So I expected to go to Zakopane when thinking about this trip. So basically, my thought has been satisfied.
Primarily, we wanted to go to Bobuja, but there was a queue, so we decided to go across Krupówki Street to find a nice place to eat.
Since I've been there 5 years ago, I recognize the main street, Krupówki. Man, I really like the street. It's so beautiful. The only living street in Zakopane, for your information.
After we walked a bit down the street, we decided to eat at Sabawa. I was intrigued by the unique malt beer with different toppings. I've chosen the honey one, and it was more or less delicious. Besides that, we enjoyed a local folk band playing beautiful music. My main choice was dumplings with bacon, and I've also chosen orzechowe marzenie as a dessert. Overall, I paid 72 zlotys for dinner. What I found healthily funny is to pretend smoking with the use of vanilla stick. As we arrived at our hotel at the end of the first day of our trip, we drank beer at the bar. On the next day, the willing part of the group went to Rusinowa Polyana, while others were resting for some extra stay time. This time, I didn't forget to take my crampons.
Today the sun is shining so bright, but because I forgot my sunglasses, I have to do with it. Trying not to stare at it too much.
My crampons were doing a good job. It was easier to walk with them.
Okay then, let's check how loud the echo will be. Woo!
I'm impressed, guys. I'm much impressed.
We finally approached Rushinovo Polyana, where we took our midway break. What an enchanting view opened in front of our eyes.
Well, actually, that neckband set to tighten me, so I had to pull it off. But it will be temporary because I will stay at Futuremono Polyana as long as our organizer Łukasz does. So we were planning to go to Gęsia, however, due to time constraint, we decided to not to go any further and stay in Futuremono Polyana. Our driver has time constraint, so we are going back to bus because our last destination will be Hot Springs.
When going upwards, that's okay, but if going downwards, kind of challenging, it's a bit sliding. If not crampons, I would fall.
When we returned to our spot, I took a moment to buy another magnet for 10 zlotys. All in all, we all felt like we'd hiked enough for this weekend. In a moment, our bus arrived to take us all to the hot springs. In 40 minutes, we successfully arrived at Termy Bukovina.
So the standard set we all were required to have is flip-flops, swimsuit. I also took the swimming cap and towel because Bukovina doesn't offer towels due to hygienic and aesthetic reasons. I must confess, it's been half a year since I went to swim, and I will be showing you closely how the swimming pool looks like.
This is what the indoor swimming pool looks like. It was crowded with children and adults, but I was interested more in the outdoor one.
So the first impression is the water is warm enough. It's not so shallow, not so deep, and it will be possible to stand if you are 1 meter 90 centimeters long. And they also have 2 massage systems. I tested them both, and they're worth it. When it comes to swimming, I can swim on the back. Let me show it to you. And off we go. This pipe pours the water with stronger pressure than that one over there, and I enjoy the massage with it. Highly recommend if you go to Bukovina. The outer swimming pool was amazing, really. Now it's time to see the inner one. Let's see how I can swim in the back in the inner swimming pool. And off we go. Okay, works well. Also till 0 seconds, and yes. From the first glance I thought that it's another mountain until I found out it's the roof of the house. Oh, what a hilarious illusion. So overall impression on the Bukovina is that it's a cool swimming pool, especially with the outer one, and I felt like I was swimming in the nature and I really enjoyed it. Such good feelings when you left the swimming pool. You still feel warm inside and cold weather only polishes, the whole meaning of course, polishes your face and your body. It was a nice experience though.
After a quick snack, after having fun in the hot springs, it was time for us to drive back to Warsaw. We were exhausted and at the same time excited about the great impression and nice mountain experience. Not to be boring, we spent our way back with movie and music.
Overall, this was a really interesting trip, amazing experience in the mountains, and I'm sure I will have a good memories of that. That's all for today, guys. If you enjoy watching this video, leave a like and comment below your opinion. And if you want to stay in touch with me, just subscribe and turn on all notifications. Here was Matt, and I see you in the next video. Take care.